Hi guys, I figured it was time for a November update. Not a ton has happened, but have added some more fish. I got pajama cardinal here. I got a couple of them in there. I added a Hector's goby. I added another tail spot blenny. And then a flame tail blenny, which they're all hiding. So that's good. A little more action in the tank. The constant perfectionist I am, was never still happy with the flow. So last update I had added another MP40 to the left side of the tank, and after running that for maybe about a month, I just decided that it was just still too strong. No matter how I aimed the flow, moved it higher, lower, it was just always something was getting a little bit too much flow. So yesterday I'd been thinking about how could I get this set up, because without the MP40 on the left side of the tank was really just too still. There was some movement, but it was really super still. So what I ended up doing is this tank normally has two return outlets, one on the right side and one on the left side. Well, what I did is with the MP40 being on the right side, I figured there was no need to have a return over there. So what I did was I designed up and I 3D printed a cap. You can kind of see I 3D printed a cap to cap off the return on that side. And then so I'm only running with this return on the left side. And what that allowed me to do was to get the flow from the return stronger on the left side. And surprisingly, when I did that, I had to turn up my return pump about 20% because of the added restriction, I'm sure, from taking the nozzle off the other side in order to keep the, my overflow box, in order to keep the water level in my overflow box right. So I did that, and that made the random flow generator I have on there, that made that work a lot better. And this is the result that I have. And really, the only thing that's getting maybe too much flow is that torch on the right side, but it doesn't seem to be unhappy with it. And the rest of the corals all have a nice, gentle movement to them, which is exactly, in my experience, what LPS should have. I found that if you have too much flow with an LPS, it will slowly recede over time. The tissue will. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I think this is maybe the best setup I've had in here as far as flow goes, and I think I'm going to stick with it. But we'll see as time goes. Right now, I'm really happy with it. The one other thing that I did was I finally, after really it's almost been 2 years, I think, I've had some of the snails in my coral QT tank that I finally moved over to my display, and man, they really cleaned up. If you see that, the white spot on the top of that rock, that whole top of that rock structure below that Duncan is all clean now, and they did that. That's just only been 3 days, so hopefully they'll keep up the good work. Maybe clean up some of this cyano and stuff over here. Yeah, I do have more corals in the work now that I got rid of that Monty. I've got that big open area up there, and I currently have these guys in my QT tank that at some point I'll be moving over. Not till, I think, not going to be till January, I think. So they'll just be living in here where I can watch them and make sure there's no hitchhikers. And yeah, before I move them over to my display. I do also have some more torches coming. I'm working with a fellow reefer that I met online, and we went in together and ordered some corals, and he's going to send them to me along with a couple fish that he's quarantining for me. I got a yellowhead jawfish coming, and then 2 Bangai cardinals that I'll add in here. So hopefully there'll be quite a bit of movement going here in the tank fish-wise. And maybe if I get lucky, I won't have to dose nitrate anymore, because the fish load will be good enough. Well, anyways, this is approaching 5 minutes, so thanks guys.